You're listening to the Snipers Club, and this is the free Thursday preview for round 25, and I'm your host, the Sniper. So we've only got 3 rounds left of the regular season, guys, followed by the finals, which will carry us through to October the 1st. And the good news is we'll be covering the Pacific Championships after that, and they're obviously an international series, and that'll carry us through to November the 5th. So keep your eyes peeled on our social media for further updates on that and for the schedules and which teams will be participating in that tournament. So we're gunning for 4 weeks of straight winning tips on this free pod. So let's shoot that golden bullet and get it home for tomorrow's game. We've got one massive game to preview for Thursday, which sees the Cowboys take on the Sharks at the Country Bank Stadium, where conditions are set to be perfect. This game's got massive ramifications for the top 8, as the Cowboys desperately need a win here to give themselves a decent shot at finals football. This is their last home game, and they come into this off a bye, and they then face the Dolphins away, followed by the Panthers away in their last game. That game at Bluebet might not be as difficult as it seems on paper, because we'd expect the Panthers to make wholesale changes to their usual lineups to keep players fresh and injury-free as they head into the finals. So let's kick off with some quick stats for tomorrow's game. This is Jason Tamalolo's 250th NRL game. The Sharks have gone to the Country Bank Stadium 3 times and have beaten the Cowboys there every single time, scoring 26 points in total each time. The Sharks have won 13 of their last 16 games against the Cowboys. The Cowboys have won 17 of their 23 games at this ground. The Sharks beat the Cowboys 44 points to 6 at PointsBet in round 9, but the Cowboys had loads of outs and were in terrible form at that time, early on in the season. This match went to golden point in the finals last year, with Val Holmes kicking a winning field goal in extra time. Ronaldo Mulitalo has scored 5 tries in his last 5 games. Kyle Felt has scored a try in each of his last 5 games. Sifa Talakai has scored a try in the last 2 fixtures between these teams. And moving on, looking at the try map, the Cowboys concede most tries to right wingers with 15, followed by left wingers with 14. The opposing right winger is Sione Katoa and the left winger Mulitalo. The Sharks concede most tries to left wingers, right centres, right wingers and middles, all with 10, but that's not a strong statistic at all. Despite the Sharks having improved over the last 2 rounds, this is still a danger game for them, with the Cowboys coming into this off a bye, but without their goal kicker Val Holmes. Their struggles against top 8 sides have been very well documented, and their record in dispatching top 8 teams is absolutely dire. The Cowboys sit in 9th on the ladder, but are a top 8 team in waiting. The main issues that the Sharks face surrounds them making so few meters and so few post-contact meters as well that they just can't get enough field position to influence games. And then the speed of the play the balls drops, they lose confidence and tend to throw in the towel quite often against those top 8 teams. The Sharks went to Queensland early to prepare for this game, guys, and they've been in a camp for a few days. And their away record this year is 1-6, lost 4, with a points total of 227 points versus 246 points against. Compared to the Cowboys, they've got a record of 8-3, with 321 points scored at home and 215 against. Against the Broncos a couple of weeks ago, despite winning on some of the key stats battles, with 53% possession and a higher completion rate than the Broncos of 78%, they still lost by 30 points to 14, conceding more meters, missing 47 tackles and allowing 9 line breaks. Walsh, Farnworth and Ezra Mam just had too much for them that day, but that was away from home. Having watched back replays of that game, the Broncos seem to do most of their damage when attacking the Cowboys through the middle, with Carrigan, Mam and Cobbo all scoring centrally. In the same game, the Cowboys themselves attacked left most of the time, attempting to release Tuolangi and Felt as much as possible. Right, on to team news. For the Cowboys, Jeremiah Nanai returns, with Kyle Felt expected to continue on the left wing, with Murray Tuolangi at left centre. Zach Labert makes it to 19th man, and he impressed during the Origin series when lots of the Cowboys were at Origin. So keep an eye out to see if he is included on final team news tomorrow. For the Sharkies, Connor Tracy continues at fullback with Will Kennedy still out, and Tom Hazelton returns to the interchange bench. Right, on to our verdict. There are a couple of plays that we can see happening in this game. We expect the Sharks to overload to their left to try and expose Hiku and Valame and make the most of the weapons they have on their favoured edge anyway. Those weapons being Talakai and Mulatalo. Talakai will probably be found on a few occasions by a roving Nico Hines, and should he end up one-on-one with Valame, then that will be an absolute no contest. So we'd expect Talakai to score should he end up one-on-one with Valame. We do like the look of him, and he's definitely worth considering if you're building multis, but he's got a poor try-scoring record this year, pretty similar to last year actually, and he's only scored 5 tries in 18 appearances, and he's often far too short in the market. So we'll swerve him for our golden ball selection. We saw the Cowboys overload right of the ruck quite heavily a few weeks ago, leaning towards Tuolangi and Felt on the left as much as possible. The Cowboys threw a dummy, hiding behind the ruck, feigning to go right, and then hit Felt, who was open on the left wing. We can see a similar play happening in this game, and Kyle Felt scoring unopposed. Should an unexpected team change happen with Felt moving to the right wing, which is his usual position, then this shouldn't make too much difference anyway, as we all know how much Scott Drinkwater loves a harbour bridge ball to Felt on the right wing. So our selection for this game, guys, is Kyle Felt, anytime scorer, at $2, and that's best priced at Coral in the UK, and we take that for 4 points. You've been listening to the Snipers Club NRL Round 25 preview. If you'd like to join us, please find the joining links on our Twitter handle, which is @SnipersClubNRL. You can click the joining link in our Spotify page, which is probably where you're listening now. Or you can join us through our Telegram link, which you'll also find on our Twitter page. So guys, thank you for listening. Good luck tomorrow. Please like, share, and help our channel grow.